I just had I just had children, so I gotta stop smoking. You know what I'm saying? So I can be more clear minded for my children, so I could better take care of my child. I gotta get on my thing. I gotta get my stuff right. You know what I'm saying? So you try to have the discipline to go on a diet. You try to have the discipline to stop hanging around certain people and being around certain situations and certain things, and you try to have the discipline to stop doing certain habits and things. And you ever wonder why it's so hard? Like, you low key feel a resistance though, don't you? Like, huge people who try to go on a diet and have the discipline to stop eating so much and have the discipline to go in the gym every day until they lose all that weight, and then they start going to the gym. You ever wonder why at first it's so hard to go do it? Some might have the inner willpower to, you know what I'm saying, be like, all right, I gotta do this, get up and go to the gym. And they'll at least go for like a month, 2 months. Some people might really have the willpower to go and dedicate their life and lose the whole weight. You know what I'm saying? But you ever wonder why it's so hard to do it initially? And you ever wonder why it's so hard to do it, throughout it in the midst of the journey? Some have had the inner willpower to go all the way through. And when and ask those people, it was resistance. It was so hard. Even throughout the midst of the journey, it was initially it was so hard. It was a resistance to, I don't want to go. I don't want to have the discipline to get up and go to the gym every day. I don't want to have the discipline to stop smoking. I don't want to have the discipline to stop eating this food. I don't want to have the discipline to stop hanging out with these people. Because I low key, you know what I'm saying? I ain't saying I don't like negativity. You know what I'm saying? Other people may not like negativity, so you'll stay away from that. But hey, I like it. So who you to say I gotta stop doing what I gotta do just because you think it's bad? It's not bad to me. That might be how they thrive better. I know people who function better while they drinking. I know it's some people out there who function better while they smoking. I know some people out there who can function better if they eating. I know some people out there who can function better when they're doing these habits that are so called bad, so they have to have discipline and stop doing it. They function better with it. So you have to. So it's like those people initially, but ask them, they'll say, we just happened to make it to the end. It was initially resistance and it was hard. In the midst of it, it was hard. But we just happened to somehow have the inner willpower to make it to the end, and we became happy about the results that we seen. But hey, we ain't gonna sit up here and say it wasn't initially hard and much resistance when we went on this journey to discipline. And even in the midst throughout the journey, it didn't only seem like it was all worth it until the end when we seen, and we got the results though. Hell, we hey, you know, we got the results though. So having the discipline is it's not about refraining from it from a long period of time. It's not about having the inner willpower to restrain from doing it. Uh 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 uh. Um. To restrain from doing it for a long period of time, or to restrain from doing it at all. It's about having the inner willpower to not need it, to not idolize it, to not long for it. If you long for something, if you need something, if you idolize something, if you that attached to something, you a slave to it. You a slave to it. You is. So the discipline is not restraining from something for a long period of time. Discipline is not about having the inner willpower to not do something at all. Discipline is about having the inner willpower to say, even if I don't have this shit, so what? I'm still great without it. Even if I don't have weed, I'ma still get to that high without it. I'ma be high off life then. Hell, discipline is saying, bruh, I I I don't need to stop eating. I can eat all I want. I don't need to stop eating. Let me just stop eating on 3 days. Because they say to lose weight, you gotta stop eating. Stop eating a lot. Stop eating. Or period, just stop eating. You know what I'm saying? So do you really think you can just stop eating and never eat again until you lose all that weight? Some people 600, 500, 400, 300 pounds. So you're going to go 600 days without eating nothing. That's what you're saying. You're going to have the discipline to do it. See, these things where they be talking about discipline, they give you a scam bag, scum bullcrap of it. That's, bro, you going to have resistance to your soul, because this is how the spiritual realm works. The spiritual realm works like this. You could be feeling terrible or something, feeling bad, and you go do your favorite thing that you like to do. And even though it might be some bad, right? Some that you gotta have discipline to not do, right? At all, right? Or go without it, right? But it makes you feel good. Notice what happened when you keep refraining from doing it. There's just resistance. You get like in this place, like you can feel it within yourself, like, bro, like you can feel just like it's like your spirit and your soul is pulling from each way, and you the one just left in the middle. It's like you feel like this pull apart, this tug of war within yourself. That's because the spirit world works like that. The soul wants things at certain times. The spirit wants things at certain times for it to because it's all about how your soul is evolved and where your spirit is. And your soul is the most intelligent, immortal thing in the cosmos. So it knows what you want, when you want it, and how you want it. This is why there's so much resistance within people, within themselves, because they keep trying to think what they want with their mind logically, but their spirit, they keep trying to think with their worldly mind, their material mind, what they want, but their soul is saying, no, I want something else. This is why people can be in a certain job and can be making all the money they want in the world, but still feel this void of darkness and emptiness, because their soul is trying to tell them something else. And so and they're not going the way that their immortal soul is telling them to go. So it's going to be this tug of war, this pull apart, and you're going to be the one in the middle. It's like ripping a bag out the seam from each side. And you just the contents that's just in the middle, and you just fall to the floor. It's gonna be this split within yourself, and you're gonna feel yourself tearing apart from within, because you are going against your soul. That is why there is resistance. If you big and you trying to stop losing weight, you don't need to tell yourself, I gotta have the discipline to stop eating forever. You just need to tell yourself, I'm gonna stop eating this kind of food for 3 days a week, and then for those 3 days a week, I'm gonna only eat a certain kind of the food that I'm eating, that I want to eat, but I ain't gonna eat the other half. I'm gonna do it like that, cause I really want pizza and burger on all 5 days of the week. But this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna only have it on 3 days of the week, but I'm gonna only have the pizza and not the burger. Is that not discipline within itself? Because what he really want to do is do it 5 days a week and eat burger and pizza. So the discipline is not that, though. Discipline is saying, okay, even if I don't have it, so what? And then discipline is saying, I want to do it this, I want to do that, but I'm gonna not do that. I'm gonna not do that on that. And when I want to do that, I'm gonna not do that on that, but I'm gonna still do the other half. We're gonna do it like that. I ain't gonna overindulge in it how I want to, though. I ain't gonna overindulge in it how I want to. That is discipline.